In fact, our Erica Ferrando had spoken to leaders in St. Tammany about a different group of school workers before this week's blow-up. She asked about teachers. Erica picks up our coverage with how the crisis stretches across Southeast Louisiana and the country.
Our education system is in a crisis.
We're experiencing a tremendous shortage in all of our personnel, but amazingly teachers.
It is exhausting.
Very hard to make ends meet.
Fifth grade teacher Celeste Moeller comes from a business background, but 15 years ago, she decided to follow her dream.
I always felt like a calling to teach and help others and lead.
And when she started teaching in St. Tammany Parish, she had what many considered a plum job, teaching in one of the state's most successful districts.
When I came in 2002 to transfer fair, I was coming from out of state, it was like 300 people for 10 jobs.
Times have changed.
That is not the case anymore.
We have 92 teacher vacancies. We haven't even gotten to the retirees. The retirees, we won't know those until May. These are current positions. We're seeing numbers that we've never seen before.
Frank Jabbia is the St. Tammany Parish School Superintendent.
There's a lot of employees that, if given the opportunity to retire, if they're of age or of years, they're taking advantage of that right now because there's a lot of pressure. There's a whole lot of pressure on teachers right now.
The pandemic led to more unexpected teacher absences.
They're having to sometimes split classes.
We've come up with a way to reimburse our teachers if they're willing to give up their planning time.
All hands on deck.
And people don't have the time, the breaks, the restful periods to really recover.
Rebecca Cavalier is a 10th grade English teacher in New Orleans.
I lost 3 colleagues this month, and one of the top reasons has been mental health. I feel that we've been in survival mode.
We have the teacher plate and it keeps getting piled on.
Former high school teacher and current president of the St. Tammany Federation of Teachers, Brant Osborne, says one ongoing issue is too much government interference.
There are so many problems with education. COVID just magnified all of them.
There have been monumental changes with teacher autonomy, when we could have teacher choice in what we taught.
A lot of our goals are being brought down to us from the state. We have to reach certain benchmarks, even when those benchmarks make no sense for the students that are right in front of us.
They need to stop treating it like a business model. This is not a business model. These are children.
I think if teachers would be a lot more willing to put up with the mess if the pay was a little bit better.
James Soul left the teaching profession this year for a job in sales.
When I had my first son and my wife was staying at home, we were on public assistance with WIC. And my first thought was, as a state employee, I should never be on public assistance.
The Louisiana Department of Education shows the 2019-2020 average teacher salary in Louisiana was just under $52,000, and 2020 records from the Southern Regional Education Board show the average salary in the region was over $53,000 and $62,000 nationally.
I used to teach in New York and definitely took a big salary cut when I came to teach here. And I'd love to say that the cost of living is much less, but it's really not.
You're seeing the same rate of pay that you made 15 years ago. Some people would look at that and say, why would you ever?
And college students may be asking that same question. Nationally, the ratio of job openings to hires has reached new lows. According to the National Education Association, there are currently 0.57 hires to every job opening.
The colleges and universities are all telling us the students are just not there.
Because they're seeing people that are miserable, overworked, underpaid, and they're just saying, I don't want that for myself.
This is really an urgent matter for us.
Commissioner of Higher Education, Dr. Kim Hunter-Reed, has a task force looking at the challenges with recruitment and retention of teachers.
So we see, as we had pre-pandemic, less students enrolling in colleges of education, less students completing, and an exodus from the classroom.
She says there are solutions. 1, bring retired teachers back into the classroom.
The return to work laws are very challenging, and so we have to take a look at that. But several people have said if we want a surge solution, that is the place to go. Try to get retired teachers back.
They can continue to receive their retirement plan, but also earn a salary.
Governor John Bel Edwards is proposing a teacher pay raise of $1,500 for K through 12 teachers and $750 for school support staff.
We've got to do more. I think Governor Edwards is taking a step forward. I don't think it's enough.
To try and fill those classrooms quickly, starting this summer, Jabbia plans to host an alternate teaching certification program so non-education graduates can earn a teaching certificate.
It's a great way to attract people that live in St. Tammany that didn't think about education originally, maybe.
And teachers, they want a seat at the table to make decisions that impact them and the kids they teach.
We need to get back to basics. We need to allow our teachers to teach.
We wish people would trust our certifications and our high level of degrees that are required to have this job. We still love teaching, being there.
Despite that calling, educators worry unless real action is taken, classrooms will continue to lose the most vital part of the room, the teacher. Erica Verando, Eyewitness News.
Well, we also reached out to Jefferson Parish Schools and NOLA Public Schools as of last week. JP had 143 teacher vacancies. And like St. Tammany Parish, they have applied for an in-house teacher certification program. NOLA Public Schools said they're feeling the shortage too and have partnered with recruitment organizations like Teach for America to help overcome that barrier.